Good morning. I have a large head and I'm trying a big regal with a solid pashmina and a short tail on one side and a longer tail on the other. I have a white shaper on underneath with the edges of the shaper up off my ears. I'm going to twist the pashmina, solid pashmina behind my head. I'm just going to check the edges. I'm having some deliveries this morning, so you might hear my chime going off. Okay, so that looks okay. I like to check the back. All right, so this is one of Leora's tutorials. She does wonderful tutorials on YouTube, so I need to do a shorter sari tail on one side and slightly longer on the other. And then I'm going to kind of bunch it up just a little bit. I'm going to do the same twist as before. This one is a little slippery, so I'm going to just give it a little knot here so it doesn't go all around. I know I look ridiculous for a moment, but it'll keep it from sliding everywhere. Okay, then I'm going to take, I did the tails uneven because I have like a 23-inch head, and then I'm going to just kind of quickly messy pleat the solid pashmina and then bring it up and then check my edges. Although some of this edge gets covered by the other when I do the multiple layers. But I like to make sure I like how that goes. So that totally didn't work that time, so let me do it again. Okay, so I'm going to fold the edges in and I pinch, pinch, and tuck that edge in, and then I'm going to kind of stroke that whole thing and bring it up. Okay, that worked better. And then when I get it up here, I can sometimes, you know, kind of unscrunch the pleats a little bit so that they tuck nice. Now this back edge keeps trying to wing up, so I'm going to just kind of tuck that back there. And all of these layers will give me a really big regal. Okay, so I'm going to take this and go back around, and just like a regal, I'm going to take this across the back and then tuck it in itself. So I'm going to find kind of the pocket here, and then I'm going to take it and tuck it in itself. And then kind of try to run my finger kind of along where the tassels are. Okay, so I'm going to check the back of that. Yep, that looks good. Okay, now I get to undo this so that it's not looking quite so ridiculous. And take this. My dog is barking because I'm having a delivery. All right, and then I'm going to take this and kind of do the same thing, except I'm going to just tuck it in wherever it fits. So I'm going to look in the back and see what I see. So yeah, I think that'll go better. So I'm going to just tuck that wherever it fits, which I think is really into the solid pashmina. That's part of the wrapping with a big head, is like tuck it where you can. I'm going to just check my edges, make sure that's like up off my glasses, you know. Okay. Then back to the solid pashmina. So I'm going to take the edges and fold those in. And then I'm going to kind of do the same thing where I just kind of pinch it and pinch it and pinch it. And then make sure that edge is in. And then I'm going to kind of stroke it. And then I'm going to bring it straight up. So instead of like this way, I'm going to go this way. Oh, my dog's so upset that we're having that delivery this morning. But I don't really want to correct her because that is, in fact, an intruder, except it's an authorized intruder. And then I'm going to just tuck that wherever it will go, kind of following along, making sure I got those tassels in. Now, before I add the next layer, ooh, do you see the labels up on the top? So I'm going to, what luck to have the label right on the top, right? There's some gals who've done some different things to get the labels off, but I'm a little scaredy cat of doing that. Okay, so I had to just tuck it a little bit farther to get that label invisible. Okay. Ooh, she's really upset. Okay, so I'm going to check my edges. So sorry about the dog barking. My little dog, Willow, is very upset. We're having a tiny house kit delivered to build a guest house. And so she's very upset about the delivery truck, in case you hadn't noticed. Okay. So then I'm going to stuff that back in kind of where it fits. I think it's probably technically going under the pashmina. And then I'm going to just kind of check everything. Wow, the sari is very featured in the front of that. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of feel around a little bit. It's looking okay. So I'll give a spin. So this is my big regal on my big head. Have a great weekend, everyone.